Rapid plasma reagent or RPR. RPR is a non-specific trypanormal test that is used to detect the infection syphilis in acute cases mostly. RPR tests are used to detect antilipoidal antibodies instead of trypanormal specific antibodies. Antilipoidal antibodies are antibodies which are produced against membranes, damaged membranes to be more specific, caused by this particular organism. RPR test is done based on the principle of agglutination test using carbon particles instead of latex particles like other most common RDT tests. Here a test card will be provided in the test kit containing 6 circles. In the first circle, you will label P for positive control. In the second circle, you will label N for negative control, and in the rest of the circle, you will label according to the number of test samples that you are going to perform. You will add 1 drop of positive control into the circle labeled P, 1 drop of negative control into the circle labeled N, and the rest of the circle you'll add 1 drop of a patient sample respectively. For example, if you have 3 test samples, then 1 drop from test sample 1 will be added into the circle denoted by the number 1, 1 drop of test sample 2 will be added into the circle denoted 2, and 1 drop of test sample 3 will be added into the circle denoted 3. Next, you will take your carbogen reagent and you will add 1 drop each to the positive control, to your negative control, and to your test sample. With the help of a plastic stirrer provided in your test kit, you will stir each sample separately. Please do not mix the samples. Stir them within the circle itself. If you have a rotator machine, set it at 180 RPM. Take your test card containing your positive control, your negative control and your test samples mixed with the carbogen reagent and placed it over the rotator for 8 minutes. If you do not have a rotator machine in your facility, you can rotate it manually. Results is to be read within 8 minutes. Results interpretation. A valid test is seen as clumping, as visible clumping in the positive control and no clumping in the negative control. If the test is invalid, there will be no clumping in the positive control and there will be clumping in the negative control. In such cases, you will repeat the test once again using a different test card, and if you see the same results, please check the expiry of your kit and the integrity of your reagents. For interpreting positive or negative result of your test samples, please compare it with your positive control and your negative control. Test samples that are clumping like the positive control is positive. Test results which do not show any clumping can be denoted as negative. If your RPR test gives a positive result, you are advised to do a titration test by preparing titers of 1:2, 1:4, 1:8, 1:16 up to 1:64. For preparation of titer, take a new test card. Label each circle 1:2 for one circle, the next circle 1:4, the next circle 1:8, the next circle 1:16, the next circle 1:32. Add 1 drop of patient serum or 20 microliters of patient serum with the help of a micropipette to the first circle labeled 1:2. This will give your titer 1:2. Mix it gently with the help of a plastic stirrer or with the help of the pipette itself. Using a new pipette, pipette out 1 drop or 20 microliter of the same mixture present at the circle 1:2, and then you add it to the next circle labeled 1:4. Mix it well with a plastic stirrer or with the pipette itself. Again, from the circle labeled 1:4, take out 1 drop or 20 microliter of the mixture or the solution, mixed solution, and add it into the next circle labeled 1:8. Mix it properly with the help of a plastic stirrer or with the help of the micropipette itself. Next, take 1 drop of the solution or 20 microliter of the same solution from the circle labeled 1:8 into the next circle labeled 1:16 and stir it nicely and gently with the help of a plastic stirrer or with the pipette itself. Repeat the same procedure till you reach the last dilution, that is 1:32. In the last step, pipette out 1 drop or 20 microliter from the circle labeled 1:32 and discard it. Next, take 1 drop of the carbogen reagent or 20 microliter of the carbogen reagent and add to each of the circle separately. That is from the circle labeled 1:2 up to the circle labeled 1:32. After adding the carbogen reagent, mix well with the help of a plastic stirrer and rotate manually or on a rotator at a speed of 180 RPM for up to 8 minutes. Results are to be read within 8 minutes. The titer where clumping is seen is to be taken as a last titer.